In a community with this many builders, the most expensive home isn't automatically the best home, and the least expensive isn't always the best deal. For many buyers, the real opportunity is somewhere in the middle, where you can still get a larger home site, more floor plan choices, and a home that doesn't feel stripped down just to reach an attractive price. Today, we're looking at 3 different models from one builder, competing in what I call the middle portion of Seaire. And when we get to the numbers, I'll show you where I think the strongest value is and where the final cost could be creeping in closer to Seire's higher end builders. We're starting with the Turin, which is the smallest of the 3 furnished models. And I think this one establishes an important baseline because it shows just how much home dream finders can really deliver in the lower end of the single family lineup without having to go and move into that townhome series. So here's the Turin, another really traditional 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, 1657 under air. Nice porch, really nice layout inside. Watch out for that flux capacitor there. Might take you back to the future. Don't know what that is plugged in there, but we're gonna head inside and see what the house looks like. Just inside the front door, we've got 2 doors. The first one here that I'm looking at, that's gonna go into your 2-car garage. And this one is a coat closet. So that is your foyer. That's where your AC handler is going to go. And here we are in the main room. So here's your kitchen, corner pantry, nice size island. Let's take a look at that. That's a really good size island. Deep sinks, nice stovetop. I like the clean lines. This is what you're going to get for your appliance packages here. In between, you've got your dining area and your living area. So a little niche in here, kind of nice, cozy. We'll take a look at that lanai here in just a second, but I'm gonna head off to the first 2 bedrooms down this hallway. Here is one, which they've done the, I make note of this. They've actually done smart design here with the window on the one side. So you can put the bed in different directions, but that's smart, keeping it away so you can put furniture. Got a really nice area here for your laundry, right in the middle of the 2 bedrooms. And then here, smart design as well. They got 2 sinks. Often don't see that, but sometimes in your starter homes, that's what you've stepped up. So you've got a linen closet in there, wider. I like when the tubs are on the angles like this. Just makes, as you can see, a bit of volume for the whole bathroom. Doesn't feel so concentrated. And then here is your 2nd bedroom. Once again, putting the window not in the middle of the room, but on either side. That's just is smart design. So let's go back out to the great room. Take a look at the kitchen once again. And down this way is your lanai, rear facing. Look at that duck go. We got a family of ducks out there. And just behind this opening, a little baffled of sound once again. Here is your primary. So there you go. So just off to my left here, double sinks, all that good stuff. Your shower, all the way to the top with towel, the subway towels. Got natural light on either side of the bedboard. And then over here is going to be primary closet. So let's take a look at the size of this all the way around, coming around. Very nice. So good size for this size home, very good size primary. So this is the Turin, the mid-size here. They've got a lot of different floor plans, but this one's in the 16, just shy of 1,700 square feet. The Turin's appeal is its efficiency. You're getting a single-story home with the main living areas connected, but with enough separation between the primary bedroom and the secondary bedrooms to make the plan feel a little bit more private. Now, if you don't need a lot of bonus space, this may be one of the more sensible ways to get a single family home, with a 2-car garage and your own backyard right here in Seaire, while still having access to that same lagoon and all those community amenities that everybody else does. That last part matters because Seaire's 4.5-acre lagoon isn't reserved for the buyers who are spending the most amount of money. Dreamfinder's smaller single-family homes still give you access to the sandy beach, clear swimmable water, kayaking, paddleboarding, water slides, the obstacle course, the cabanas, the splash pad, event spaces, and even that swim-up bar. Now, if this is your first time on our channel, make sure you subscribe and tap that notification bell. We are the New Home Gurus, and every week we tour and compare new home communities throughout Sarasota and Manatee counties, and pretty much along the entire Suncoast. My name is Rovnak, and we get daily calls, texts, and emails from people just like you who are considering making a move right here. So whether you're moving in 1 week or in 1 year, reach out today so we can help you make a smooth move to sunny Sarasota. So Dreamfinders is one of the more interesting builders to evaluate here because its lineup covers a wide range. They're offering townhomes, 40-foot, 50-foot, and even larger 60-foot home sites. However, the 3 models that we're touring today, they do a good job of showing where this builder competes in what I would call Seaire's middle price range. Last week, we looked at Pulte Homes, which is the other builder that I've placed in this middle range category. So Pulte separated its homes into 2 different collections, while Dreamfinders approaches the market with several home sites, with different sizes and a broader progression of floor plans, and even into the higher range, which we'll cover at a later date. Now, the Florence is where this comparison begins to shift. We're moving into a 2-story design with more separation between the living areas and the sleeping areas. But the primary suite is still located downstairs. That combination can be difficult to find at this price point, especially when buyers need additional bedrooms, but they don't necessarily want their own bedroom upstairs. This one is called the Florence, and this is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, slightly over 2,100 square feet. I really like the front porch on this. I love front porches if you've been watching. And Miss Florence has a package. Should we let her know? Let's head inside and tell her. So this entry has a really nice volume feel, really nice appeal to it, great vibe. And as you come in closer, you've got your half bath. The guests downstairs. Got your dining nook, your kitchen. Let's take a look at that. That is a really good size island. As you can see the placement of that. So you can set all the things for your family meal right on there. Buffet style, very nice. Just a really good size feel to this. That's what I say. And just tuck back here. I like the extra counter space here, is your laundry area. So you're coming in from your garage, so that's kind of nice, kind of quiet and private there, but gives you an idea how to sort above that. So tucked back behind the kitchen. Plenty of natural light. As we head inside, deeper into the living room, give you that feel. And a really nice lanai off the back of this. So as you can see, all under truss. Pick the great home site and you'll be fine. There's another view of the whole kitchen, dining, and living area. Tucked behind here. So we go into the entryway and around the corner. Once again, 8-foot doors. 9-foot doors, I should say, really high doors. Very appealing. And here is your primary. Light and bright in here for sure. And then as we head in, double sinks, good sized counter space. This is very nice. You've got the 2 higher windows for privacy, but still getting that natural light. Turn on the shower. Stay nice and dry until you jump in. And then here is your primary closet. One last look, and we're all done. That Florence gives Dreamfinders a strong step-up option without forcing a buyer into one of its more expensive home sites. And the downstairs primary suite is a major advantage. In that second floor, it creates room for guests, an office, or additional family space without dramatically increasing the home's footprint. What I'd examine carefully is whether you generally need that additional upstairs space. Because if you don't, you might look for some other options that have a lower overall cost. This is also where that model home effect can begin influencing the decision. Models are designed to demonstrate what's possible, but the home you're pricing may not include every finish or structural feature that you're seeing during that tour. So don't compare Dreamfinders with Pulte or any other Seaire builder by looking only at the base prices. We need to compare the home site premium, structural options, design selections, closing cost incentives, financing incentives, and the whole completed monthly cost. So one advantage that Dreamfinders has is the amount of range all within one builder. And the 60-foot collection moves Dreamfinders into a considerably higher price and size category. And that allows buyers to move up within the same builder without immediately jumping into one of Seaire's more expensive competitors. Now, before we get into the current pricing and the fees, let's look at the Ravenna II. This is the largest of the 3 models that we're touring today, and it's where you can find how quickly Dreamfinders can move from the efficient mid-range home into something that feels much more substantial. So if Goldilocks were here, would she be saying this is the perfect size home out of these 3 models? The Ravenna II, this one's just about 2,700 square feet. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. As you can see, the sales office is here. And just tucked in is the front door. Let's take a look inside. A really nice long foyer on this one. I like that. Very inviting. To my right, the traditional 2 bedrooms at the front of the home. There is your first. There is your adjoining bathroom. Nicely appointed. That's one thing you're going to find here at Dreamfinders. Lots of different design choices. Here is your second. Nice color. So you got 2 bedrooms right up front. That's the door coming in from the 2-car garage. Your staircase heading upstairs. We'll head there in just a second. Staying on the first floor right now. Wanted to show you the kitchen. Gorgeous, and a really expansive island right there. 42-inch uppers, what you would expect. Your dining nook is really defined over there. I like that. And then here is your really good sized pantry as well. As always, we love interior pantries for all your products, so they are in climate controlled AC conditions. Very important here in Florida. Here is your triple sliders, wider sliders. That is nice. Here's your view. So we'll hit the primary bedroom in just a second, but I want to check out the upstairs before we head over there. You do have a nice bedroom right here at the front. There is a closet, so it is a bedroom, but it's staged as a nice office space. And I like how it's set back here, so it would be nice and quiet. Oh, there's your half bath downstairs. Of course we need one. Don't want to go into the primary. That's the 2.5 bath, but that is a nice office space set apart. Let's head on upstairs and see what's up there. So just at the top of the staircase, you've got a really cool, inviting living area. Very nice. Letting in plenty of natural light from all aspects of the room. Of course, you've got a full bath up here, which is nice. So why might we need a full bath up here? Well, of course, you need one because you never know how many guests you might have, and somebody might be staying up there. So this is a closet. This can be a pull-out couch up here. This can be kind of a space where people can stay with you. They've got lots of closetry, all that good stuff, and a full bath right there. So kind of a really nice extra space, and convenient if you've got guests staying with you. Let's head back downstairs and check out that primary. So back in the living room, there's a really nice long lanai here. I noticed when the square footage and the footage is a little bit longer than the natural one. There you go. These ducks are hanging out. Oh, I guess they heard me. Even though the windows are closed here, but they must have saw something coming. So tucked behind here, which is kind of convenient by the primary, here's your laundry row, which is nice. Anyway, come in through here. So this I can see lots for two different portions for the bed. You can put it here between the two windows, which is smart. They separated that. Or on this wall, as you can see. So here is your primary, really nice vanity. Your throne room, good size. Shower, plenty of natural light, but still getting that privacy. Let's check out the primary closet. Let's go around. This is what I do. I like to see lots of closetry, no matter the size of the home, but kind of appropriate for that size. Got your linen closet. Another view of the vanity. And so bonus. Bonus. Wow. Was not expecting this. So two really good size primary closets. So no one can complain. Everybody can be the model with plenty of clothes. No reason to get rid of stuff. And when you get more storage, you find more things to store. So the Ravennia II provides for a lot of space. A lot of different family options right here. As you saw, most of the primary living space is downstairs, but that bonus area upstairs that provides some nice flexibility without turning the entire home into a conventional two-story layout. And that can work extremely well when you just want a game room or a media room, maybe a guest retreat or a separate area for visiting family. You're not paying for the upstairs level filled with rooms that you may never use. You're paying for a more defined piece of just additional space. Of the three models, I think the Ravennia II demonstrates Dreamfinder's strongest argument against automatically moving up into one of Seaire's premium price builders. You can get a larger design on a 50-foot home site with a Lagoon style lifestyle, all included, while potentially remaining below some of the higher end choices right in the community. At the time of this filming, Dreamfinders is advertising its Seaire 40-foot single family collection beginning just over $300,000. And the 50-foot collection begins in the upper 300s. The Turin, it begins around $330, while the Florence begins around $347. So current completed Florence inventory homes are closer to the high 300s and the low 400s, which gives you a more realistic picture than just the base price alone. So the 50-foot collection, that begins around $387,000, with completed or under construction homes currently moving through the 400s. Once again, at the time of filming, Dreamfinder showed a Ravennia II under construction at approximately $450,000. So those inventory prices, they can quickly change, and incentives may affect the final numbers, but they give us a much better comparison than simply saying these homes start in the 300s. Dreamfinders also offers a 60-foot collection beginning around $550,000, with larger homes between 2,600 all the way up to 3,300 square feet. But that portion begins competing more directly with the higher end builders that we've already covered here in Seaire. And that's why I'm positioning Dreamfinders primarily alongside Pulte, right in the middle of the community. Both builders can take you a little bit higher, but their most compelling options appear to sit between Seaire's entry-level homes and its more premium-priced offerings. As for the community costs, Dreamfinder's single-family HOA is approximately $100 per month, with CDD assessments just varying by specific home site and collection. And there's also a small $50 monthly separate Lagoon fee. And because these amounts can vary and change, we'll verify the exact HOA, CDD, Lagoon fee, and the tax estimate for that specific property before you ever make a decision. Overall, Dreamfinders gives Seaire buyers something valuable, and that's choices. And remember, you should always have someone helping you compare Dreamfinders with Pulte or any other builder here along the Suncoast. We'll narrow down and review everything, then negotiate your strongest overall deal. Plus, provide you with a few additional buyer protections that no one else provides. The builder's reps are always usually pretty great, but in the end, they still work for the builder, and that's where we come in. We are your one-stop new home shop, from finding the right home to getting the best possible deal. I literally wrote the book on it. Schedule a free, no-obligation Zoom call to help get your search off on the right foot. Capture the QR code on the screen right now, or click in the link in the box below to find out more. And if you missed last week's tour of Pulte homes right here in Seaire, click on the preview appearing right now on the screen. You'll be able to see the Mystique and the Pinecrest models and compare Pulte directly against the 3 Dreamfinder homes that we toured today. For Living and Buying in Sarasota, I'm Rovnak. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.